Hello my friends, in this video we're going to be working more on the distributive property on a number line. So I want you to open up your workbooks to page 51 and let's get started. Alright my friends, so our first problem is pretty easy. We have 2 times 6 and we know that 2 times 6 is 2 groups of 6, which is 6 plus 6, and using our doubles facts we know that that's 12. So our first answer is going to be 12. But when we're moving on to 5 times 6, that one's a little bit more tricky. So let's look at it. We could skip count by 5s, or we can practice our distributive property. Let's practice. 5 times 6. I think I'm going to break up that 5 into a 2 and a 3. So our first step is to multiply our 2 times our 6. 2 times 6 is 12, which we just figured out. But now we need to multiply. 2 times 6 equals 12. Now we need to multiply our 3 and our 6. 3 times 6, also a pretty easy one. We know that that's 18. So now all we have to do is add our 12 and our 18. And when we do that, we get 30. All right, so let's look at our next problem, 6 times 6. Now with that one, we know that that one is just 6 more than the last one because it just increased by one number. So we're going to take our 30 and add 6 to it. So our next box is just going to be 36. Alrighty, I'm going to skip our 9 times 6 for now, and we're going to come back to it. Instead, we're going to do 10 times 6. And 10 sixes, we know, is equal to 60. So when we're looking at that 60, and we're trying to figure out 9 times 6, well, 9 times 6 is, 9 is 1 less than 10. So what we can do with that 60 is just subtract 6 from it. And when we subtract 6 from 60, we get 54. So 9 times 6 equals 54. We figured out those next two boxes. Our last one now is 12 times 6. Well, if we know that 10 times 6 is 60, all we have left is 2 times 6, because when we're breaking apart our 12, we get a 10 and a 2. And we already did our problem for 10, so now let's do our problem for 2. 2 times 6, using our doubles facts, is 12. And all we need to do now is add up our 60 and our 12, and we get 72. Now, if we're looking at our next line, it's multiplying by 4s. And using our doubles facts, we know that when you multiply by 4, you're multiplying by 2 and then 2 again. So using the distributive property, I want you to try this number line, breaking apart the 4s by 2 and 2. Give it a try.